I've been asked to say a few words to give you a bit of a black perspective on the issues. Normally when cuts like these are made, it hits my community deeper, it starts earlier, and it goes on for longer. But that's not the point. For today, we're as much a part of the community as you are, and we see that these cuts are not what are going to make this community go forward. So I want to ask you a question. What is it that you think you don't know? The system of welfare in the community is failing in this country. Everyone knows that there are giant gaps between the needs of the vulnerable and what provision is provided by the councils to support them. If it wasn't for local community and charitable organisations organising and identifying those that fall through the gaps due to lack of direct funding, the situation will be a lot worse. But guess what, people? The situation in our community is about to get worse. There are so many local organisations in Nottingham that spend their time seeking out those that have fallen by the wayside or whose needs have been forgotten, and making sure that through their efforts, the council and the rest of the community at large are aware of those needs. These are the organisations that alleviate our conscience, working tirelessly to ensure there isn't a forgotten society. But the government is trying to force out democratically elected officials to vote for a budget that undermines the work of these groups. Let me leave that aside for a brief moment though, because the cuts being proposed to services will affect all in our neighbourhoods. We can expect less street sweeping, even less attention to potholes on our roads, and less community officers in the street. Face-to-face council services will be cut, with more reliance on digital access to council services, made even harder by the shutdown of library resources across the city. The list goes on how setting a balanced budget will cause such a reduction in funding, leading to cuts in jobs and services across the city. We are here today because we want to tell our councillors to have the courage needed to stand with Nottingham people who voted them in and stand up for our democratic rights. Vote no to Nottingham cuts. Vote no to a balanced budget causing these devastating cuts. Vote yes to demanding the government give back the funding that they have taken. And I'm calling on all Nottingham people to join this protest and spread the word. We must stand up for our rights. The right to be treated fairly, the right to be treated with equality, the right to be treated as an integral part of this wider nation. Thank you.